When I went to quarantine for 16 days, people called me crazy that I paid 67,000 baht for confinement in a hotel, and but this was the entrance fee to enter Thailand. And now that we entered, I can travel freely in Thailand, visit my different places, and was it worth it? I guess so.
Welcome to Uttarpara Airport. My name is Hans Fritschi. Now, after getting out of quarantine, I fly the first time to Udon Thani and will be picked up by my partner then in Udon Thani Airport and go to the Nong Khai garden. You can see this is not very busy here, the airport of Pattaya, and it's almost a bit like deserted.
Good morning. This is the day after my flight to Udon Thani and then to Nong Khai. This is the view from my terrace on the pond, and isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's just gorgeous up here. The pond is full with water after the rainy season, and everything is thriving. I think Nong Khai is worth a visit.
Here you can see Coffee World Cafe, but it has closed down apparently. It's not operational. You know, this is very few people here. There used to be one more place over here that has apparently closed down, and most seats have to be kept empty in order to not spread COVID. Of course, everybody has to wear the masks at all times, and it's a bit spooky.
I guess it was worth flying up to Nong Khai to see just this is a lotus in our Discovery Garden Nong Khai. Wow, beautiful, and later edible. The seeds of the lotus are edible.
It's not too much happening here, huh? I mean, very few people, very few flights as well. As you can see, there are now about 5 flights scheduled here, and another shop close here, right besides the Coffee World Cafe, which is empty and seems to have closed down long ago.
Was it worth traveling up to Nong Khai within Thailand? Yes, look at this one. This is a Monstera deliciosa. They are very pricey plants right now. There is a craze, and this individual here in Nong Khai has grown beautifully.
The boarding has started, and there are a little bit people here now, and it probably will not be as empty as I first thought. We will see.
What looks like beacons of birds are really the lipstick seed pods You know, the seeds inside, they can be planted now, or they can be used to produce color, and you can cook with this lipstick color. Very beautiful here in Nong Khai at Discovery Garden.
Every passenger boarding the plane is checked on fever again.
You can open it and then squeeze it, and then you get a natural colorant. Huh? Isn't that neat? I also make all kinds of stuff with that color. The lipstick tree, beautiful here in blooming in Nong Khai. Very nice plant. Couldn't see that if I was in a lockdown in Europe. Here I can travel freely in Thailand after having gone through quarantine.
The bus was as crowded as ever, and you cannot feel much of distancing here in this entrance to the plane. You know, it's as usual, a bit crowded, everybody a bit tight, but at least everybody is wearing a mask.
This is an unusual banana. You see, it's called praying hands because the single fingers are grown together, and you still can eat this kind of banana. It's very delicious, very sweet and slightly sour meat inside, and grows here very well at Discovery Garden Nong Khai. Once again, we couldn't see this now if we had stayed in Europe, if we didn't go through the harsh 16 days of quarantine. But now we are free to travel in Thailand, and we can congregate with people, we can eat together, we don't have to wear masks all the time. You know, was quarantine worth it? I guess yes.
The flight is quite empty, so it is really not very full, especially in the front part of the plane, and all these special seats have not been booked. I think there have only been booked 2 in front, and you know, this is really nice flying in these times now. Just the bus was crowded. It's a bit a riddle why they cannot use more buses, but such is traveling within Thailand in COVID-19 times. Another very interesting fruit, this is the gak fruit. You see up there, you got one of those fruits. It's edible, comes from Vietnam, and it grows at Discovery Garden Nong Khai. Oh, I arrived already, you know, here with the suitcase, and wow, wow! Sawadee-krap, sawadee-krap. Thank you for coming. Huh?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm glad to be back. Yes. Wow.
Okay.
So Well, this is just a short clip. I took you to the Discovery Garden in Nong Khai, and if you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the Hans Fritschi channel on YouTube or Hans Fritschi Friends on Facebook, and see you again very soon somewhere here in Thailand.